Hello and hello and hello once again. Thank you very much for tuning into my YouTube channel. My name is Umatlale Epo and it's another beautiful day. Remember, this is the platform where we elevate and inspire your mindset for success. In today's episode, I am going to talk about the power of self-expression. The power of self-expression. Because one thing you must know, for you to step into your greatness, this is one possession or this is one skill that you must have. Because after all, you're always going to have a lot of opportunities. And if you don't have this skill of communication, this skill of self-expression, how are you always going to get all these opportunities? How are you always going to express your ideas and share your thoughts with other people? That is why it is very, very important to build this skill. I know that most of the people, they have believed that they are shy, they cannot stand in front of people, they are not confident to stand in front of a crowd. And let me tell you, it is just a belief that you have told yourself. And the moment you step out of that belief and start to build your communication skills, you'll begin to realize that whatever you believe, it is what you conceive. Whatever you believe is what you conceive. If ever you believe that you are a doll, you're always going to be a doll. If ever you believe that you are a shy person, that character of shyness, it is always going to show forth from you. Like me, when I was growing up, people used to tell me that I am a shy person. And just because I was always hearing these words from people that I am a shy person, I then later on began to accept all these words, and I then started to manifest shyness in my life. But as I was growing, I began to realize that, you know what, this shell of shyness, if ever I don't take it out of my life, I'm going to be stagnant in my life. I then took a decision that, you know what, I am going to improve my communication skills, because after all, if you don't have that ability to express yourself, you're always going to be disadvantaged in life. If ever you have paid attention into the world, the people who are doing the most, that the people who are confident, that the people who are not afraid to stand in front of a crowd and speak their thoughts and their ideas, those are the people who become successful in life. Those are the people who make it in life, because whenever an opportunity comes into their lives, they're not afraid to step and try and express whatever they have in their mind and thoughts. And that's why today I really want to talk to you about this power of self-expression. Firstly, having an ability to express yourself confidently, it enables you to step into your potential. The first point, it enables you to recognize your abilities. And the more you develop your communication skills, the more you start to become confident in any setting or any place, the more you start to become more aware and knowledgeable about a lot of things in life. One thing that most of the people don't really recognize, that is really contributing to why a lot of people are not able to express themselves confidently is lack of knowledge. Because after all, if you step into the podium or any platform, you're supposed to share your thoughts and your ideas confidently in relation to a specific topic that you are knowing in detail, right? Something that you know in and out. And that's why most of the time you will find yourself having that fear, having those butterflies every time when you're supposed to step into the podium and speak in front of the people. You will start to experience that fear. Why? Because the level of the knowledge or information that you have acquired, it is not enough. That's why you are not having that confidence to share whatever you want to share confidently, because you don't know what you want to share in detail. Because the more you study something, the laws of success, the more you study mathematics, the more you study English, the more you study anything in this world, the more you become confident in it. And the more you do it, at any point or time, whether you are sleeping or not, if someone can come and wake you up and tell you that, you know what, there's a certain presentation that I want you to give in relation to success. There's a certain presentation that I want you to give in relation to mathematics, because I know that you are an expert on that. You know what? You're just going to wake up, stand up confidently, and you're going to have that ability to share it confidently. Why? Because you have studied it, you have mastered it, and now it is part of your system. It has become something that is part of you. So confidence, it comes from mastery. And even self-expression, it comes from mastery. The more you practice it over and over again, the more your communication muscles are strengthened and built. That's why I am committed every day to do these YouTube videos, to share knowledge and wisdom in relation to success, money, personal development, mindset, a lot of things. Because this is one particular skill that I want to strengthen. This is one particular skill that I want to build. Self-expression. Because I have realized that if you have that confidence to express yourself in any setting, it doesn't matter whether you meet the president of the world, whether you meet the kings, if you have self-expression, you're always going to become comfortable to express yourself in any setting. This is one powerful skill that it doesn't only apply to our ability of communication or our communication skills. This one powerful skill, it is very, very beneficial because it also helps us to have better relationships with other people. Imagine how many romantic relationships today are not really effective or functioning to their maximum level. just because of lack of self-expression, just because people don't have this skill of self-expression. People don't know how to communicate their thoughts, their ideas, and their wants to their partners. And that's why you'd find that a lot of relationships are failing. And the more people stay together for a long time, when they study each other's habits, when they get to know each other, that's when now this skill of self-expression, it begins to build up from their experiences and the time that they have spent with each other. So you can agree with me that this is one powerful skill that you really need to have. This is one powerful skill that you really need to possess. Right? You really need to possess this skill. I remember that one point of my life where I made that decision that, you know what, I'm no longer going to accept this tag of low self-esteem, lack of self-expression, because a lot of people took advantage of me because I was not able to express myself, my needs. And most of the time it was very, very difficult for me to say no to other people. I was always someone who was always saying yes, yes, yes to any request, until that one point where I felt like, you know what, this is totally not working for me, and I'm not always going to please everyone. I must learn to say no. At some point, I must learn to stop everything that I feel that it is crossing against my path, that is crossing against my boundaries. I must learn to stand up for myself and say no. And I remember I took that leap of faith and joined one organization called Toastmasters. 2 years back. It was 2 years back. The person that you are seeing today, even how I express myself, even the language, the vocabulary, it is a totally different person. If ever you were present in 2 years back when I first joined Toastmasters, or just before I joined Toastmasters, every time when I was supposed to speak or even say anything, I will start to shiver, I'll start to shake, to such an extent that even words, it was just difficult for me to say them out. But over time, the more I became more consistent in Toastmasters, little by little, I started to improve my communication skills. I started to learn. This is how you structure a speech: introduction, body, conclusion. And this is how you can start an eye-catching presentation. I learned a lot in Toastmasters. And This is a journey that I'm going to do until I leave this world. I'm always going to improve myself, especially my communication skills, because I have realized that if you have that potential and ability, you can never ever fail. You can never ever fail. You step into an interview. In my whole life, all the interviews that I have ever attended, none of them, I have never failed one. And I always tell people that I know that every time when I step into any interview, I don't fail interviews. But you have to understand that this is not something that just comes naturally. I don't fail them because every day I am perfecting my communication skills. I remember even at some point, even before I went for interviews, I will practice the interview questions. I will do all the necessary things that I know that during the interview they are likely to be considered. I'll do them. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, that anything in life that you want to have, you're not going to have it overnight. You need to have a habit, a system in place that you're always going to follow every day and commit to it. You know, sometimes when I do my YouTube videos, sometimes I'll find myself having a low mood and not just be myself, but because I have made a commitment that every day I'm going to do a YouTube channel to improve my communication skills, to build my communication muscles, I'll find myself doing it. I'll find myself dragging myself and telling myself that, you know what, Omatla, you have to do this. You may believe that now the results are not showing up, but over time, the more you keep on practicing, your communication skills, your vocabulary, it will build up. And this is what I wanted to share with you basically today, that if you have that confidence to express yourself, it will enable you to step into your potential. It will give you that ability to sit in any setting with kings, queens, presidents, whoever, and having that ability to network with them, talk with them, because you have the skill, right? And not only that, your relationships, you'll have better relationships just because you have good communication skills. Because after all, no one ever knows what is always going on within your mind or your thoughts. No one can read your mind. So that's why it is very, very important for you to learn to express yourself. That is very, very important, that when you have any query, you have that ability to express it out. It will also help you in your career, that you become a better person, that you become a better employee with your fellow colleagues, because you'll be having a skill of expressing yourself, your ideas, your thoughts, and in that state, you can always create everything that you want to have. You can always be with whoever you want to be with, any setting. And that's the power of self-confidence. That's the power of self-expression. This is basically what I wanted to share with you guys until we meet in our next video. But before I can conclude this video, check the program that I have shared below, the Jenny Script by Wesley Version. It's a personal development, guys. As you can see me, I am on this journey of personal development, and I am building my skills every day, and that's why I encourage you to invest in this program. Until we meet next time, thank you very much for tuning in.